What's up, guys? This is Sim with Vengeance, and I am back. Yes, I'm back with another MLB 16, the show, Baltimore Orioles franchise. And today, ladies and gentlemen, it's opening day. It's opening day 2016. The Baltimore Orioles are at home taking on the Minnesota Twins. And if you guys are excited, make sure you guys drop a like. Show your appreciation for the Baltimore Orioles franchise. And if you're new to this channel, hey, if you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button, It helps the channel out, helps me out, helps you out, and everybody wins. We all like winners, right? So, anyway, we're going to try and build the Baltimore Orioles into a winner. And last year, when we did MLB 15, the show, the Cubs franchise, we turned the Cubs into a winner. Granted that they already had a good team, but that's besides the point. It's kind of hard to back this one up. I mean, granted, the Orioles do have a solid team around them, especially, with players like Manny Machado, Chris Davis, Adam Jones, Jonathan Scope, Matt Wieters, Darren O'Day, Zach Britton. They got nice upcoming players like Hunter Harvey and Zach. What am I saying? Dylan Bundy. Players that can make an impact in the future. Now, it's going to be hard to get some good pitching. Granted that Kevin Gausman's a pretty alright pitcher, but the bottom of that rotation is what scares me. And when we got players that are only kind of washed up, like Ubaldo Jimenez, let's face it, he's washed up, and he's not as good as where he was a few years ago when he was with the Indians. But we will make something work out of that. Giovanni Gallardo, a pretty solid pitcher for us as well. But he's kind of up and down. Chris Tillman, we'll see how he does. Miguel Gonzalez, we'll see how he does as well. It's going to be really hard to judge our pitching this year because we only have like a few solid pitchers. Well, it's going to be easy to judge if we give up a lot of runs, but I mean, it depends on the day and how hot certain players can get. Obviously, we have Darren O'Day and Zach Britton finishing off the games in most cases. We got young players like Dylan Bundy in there, who's only a rookie, and I kind of figured out a role for him. He's going to be coming in kind of like, in a mop-up role or a situation that doesn't necessarily matter. Kind of give him confidence in himself, trying to build up his reputation and whatever as a guy who can come in and at least shut the door with a big lead. So we can do that. We'll be solid. And you see players like Miguel Sano, who we have to face today. He came into the league by storm last year, hitting 18 home runs in just half a season. This guy's going to be something to watch out for in the future for the Minnesota Twins. But if you guys are excited, hey, like I said in the beginning, hit that like button. If you want to see more of this, hit that subscribe button. We're going to get into this game against the Minnesota Twins. It's going to be a good one as Kevin Gausman faces Phil Hughes, the former New York Yankee. And here at Oriole Park, the crowd is loud. They are rambunctious. They're ready to go. They're ready to take on this season. Hopefully, the goal is for me to go above 500. 84 wins. That's what a lot of the like Tim Kirchin said on ESPN. I don't watch ESPN a whole lot. I'll go on the websites or whatever and see what they're talking about in sports, obviously. And I agree with 84 wins. They could do that. I mean, granted, I don't think they're a World Series contender just yet. They need pitching, but with their hitting, they could go very far if they had solid pitching behind them. Take the Mets rotation, put it on the Orioles, and you got a contender. Just saying. I'm not saying I'm going to trade every single player away to get the Mets rotation because that wouldn't be any fun. But let's say, we get some good pitching, and this team could be a contender, like I said. We need more than just a setup guy and a closer. We need an actual ace. We need guys who can, come in the bottom of the rotation and do work as well. This is going to be a little bit harder to do than last year's, franchise. I did the Cubs last year, if you guys didn't know. And it was pretty fun. Granted, there wasn't much of a rebuilding project. This team was already kind of built. Granted, the Cubs are my favorite team, but just throwing that out there right now. I do respect the Orioles. I do like the Orioles, but ultimately, I am a Cubs fan. So It wasn't much of a rebuilding project last year, but hey, it was still fun. I still had a pretty rough time trying to get the Cubs to the World Series, but we still pulled it out. So hopefully in this franchise we could take the Orioles to a World Series. That would be amazing. And I'm sure all you Orioles fans out there would love to see it as well. And that's my goal, to try and get this team to the World Series and win one. I don't know how long it'll take, but taking a look at both lineups for right now, taking on the Twins, Miguel Sano is going to be a guy to watch out for. Brian Dozier is going to be one guy to watch out for as well. So we got to make sure that whenever they step up to the plate, there's not anybody on base, because these guys can they can damage us in a hurry. So you got Miguel Sano right here at the plate, and it's going to be one right back up the middle. Scope is right there just in time to get that one, and he throws out Sano by just a hair. So we get out of the first inning with no runs on the board for the Twins. So take a look at the Orioles lineup. If you guys agree with this lineup, please let me know. If you guys want me to make some changes in the lineup, by all means, let me know. I think this is like the best lineup I could put up. Obviously, we still have some players on the bench like Trumbo that are not playing today. I wanted to start Paredes because he's a switch hitter, and I love switch hitters. They're more versatile, and they could make more of an impact, I think. So Paredes is starting today. So you see right here, Chris Davis. Wow, what am I doing? Jones is on first, now on second base, trying to come around to score. Davis is coming around, and here's the throw to the plate, and he is out by just a hair. Jones can't believe it, and that was a great throw. Way to get it in by Miguel Sano and by Brian Dozier to get that one home and on time to get that out. So later on, it's Manny Machado taking this one deep left field, and that one is gone. Machado with his first home run of the new season, and hitting a home run on opening day just gives you a whole loads of confidence, as Phil Hughes just gave a meatball to Manny Machado, and you cannot do that to Manny Machado. You cannot give him meatballs, and that one goes a whopping 379 feet. Hey, it doesn't matter how far they go. It's a matter of how many. That's what Hank Aaron always said, and I still believe it to this day. It's not how far, it's how many. So later on in the inning, it is Pedro Alvarez. Gets a hold of one, sorta. Not going very far. Here's Santana to grab that one, and that's going to end the inning as the Orioles get 2 runs across the board. So here comes Joe Mauer, and look at that nice play by Manny Machado right there to get that play on the first, as that is going to end the second inning right there for the Minnesota Twins. So later on in the second inning, and this one is Jonathan Scope. He hits a liner to deep left, and that one is going over the wall. Home run, Jonathan Scope. And now the Orioles are up 3-0. Hey, Jonathan Scope could hit the baseball too. You see, goodbye baseball. Good Lord. So, man, that one's going to go a whopping 391 feet, I think. Let's take a look here. 391. Yeah, it's 391. And the Orioles are up 3-0. So now later on in the inning, can we get some more runs added on? We have Matt Wieters at the plate, and this one just gets by Joe Mauer. This is why I remember when Joe Mauer was a catcher, man. He was a great catcher, but now they moved him over to first base. Obviously, it's his legs that are getting the best of him, and I understand that. So nothing he can do there. But later on in the inning, we do have another opportunity here to get some runs across. It's Young Soo Kim taking this one deep left, and that one is going to be missed. As I didn't really think he was going to miss that one. I thought he was going to get that one, but he didn't, and now we have runners on second and third. Big opportunity here to get more runs across the board. That was a missed play right there. I thought he was for sure going to get that. To me, it looked like it hung in the air for just a little too long. And then Adam Jones gets this one across. It's now 4-0 as he gets an RBI to come across. That's Matt Wieters. And, hey, we're getting runs early and often. That's what the Orioles are meant to do. They are meant to get runs. So later on, it's Paredes, and he's going to hit this one to deep left. No, deep right. My bad. My directions are all messed up. But now it's 5-0 as Paredes gets an RBI double. So, like I said, this is why I started Paredes. He's a switch hitter, and he's very versatile, and he could do some work for you. So now Chris Davis, and swing and a miss for Chris Davis, as that's going to end the frame for the Orioles as they get 3 across this inning. So now it's 5-0 And Gossman continuing to deal. Gets Suzuki looking. And that ends the threat. What threat, though? There wasn't anybody on base. So later on, it's still 5-0. Can the Orioles continue to tack on more runs? Well, not necessarily. Scope gets that one to Floof. And that one ends the threat there for the Orioles. And now Gossman's still on the mound here in the 4th. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for on the ledger for him. Next batter up is Sano. He has the same fate on a slider on low outside. That's tough to hit, man. That's really tough to hit. So later on, it's J.J. Hardy getting this one through the gap, base hit. Nice way to end with 2 outs to get on base. So now later on, can we get another one to come across? It's Adam Jones at the plate, and he hits this one deep left field, and that one is gone. 2-run home run for Adam Jones. You know he has power too. So now the Orioles are up 7-0. And like I said, this team puts up runs in a hurry. And the pitching has actually been really good today. It's going to be one of those games where the Orioles are just living large. 395-foot home run. And now the Orioles are up 7-0. And they pull Phil Hughes. Obviously, he hasn't had the greatest of days. He's seen better ones. He'll get them next time. But not against us. We won't allow it. He could do it against any other team, but except us. And, other teams that maybe if we're in playoff contention, we wouldn't want him to do that against them either. But later on, Paredes at the plate, and that's a goner. Paredes with a solo shot, man. Look at this. It's 8-0 Orioles. Back-to-back home runs. Touch them all, they say. And he will touch them all as Paredes gets his first home run of the season. And it's now 8-0. So 382 feet. So far, it looks like Adam Jones has the best home run. So here is Pedro Alvarez going to take a good hack at this one. But obviously, this is not even anywhere close. As now we leave an opportunity gone as, that looked like it could have been a little bit more better of a swing right there. But you see right there, Gossman continuing to deal. Gets another one looking. And then later on in the inning, Gossman, see you later. Dozier gets caught looking. Gossman's just dealing. What else can we say here? Gossman again facing Joe Mauer. And this one's going to be hit to right field as Paredes is up there to get that. And there goes the inning. So now the Orioles are riding a hot bats, hot pitching. It's just a perfect storm right here. Hyung-Soo Kim hitting this one deep left center. But no threat right there as that's going to end the bottom part of the inning. As Gossman is still on the mound here. 8-0 lead. And see you later. That one's even out of the zone. So that's how good Gossman's been dealing today. He can't be hit right now. Again, this one's taken to deep right. And look at Paredes stretch out to grab that one. What a play. And there's wow, just amazing. Again, very next batter. Gossman. One on the ground. Nice play by Davis. It was shooting for that gap hard. That ball was smoked. But Davis was able to corral it and get it. So again, here comes the Orioles at the plate, double play. Paredes hits into one, and hey, we haven't been able to score since Phil Hughes, or not. Well, since Trevor Day gave up that first pitch home run since he came into the game. But nonetheless, the Orioles are still riding pretty hot. You see Manny Machado go up and get it, and now the Orioles infield has been doing really well today. Actually, all of the Orioles have been doing really well today. And Sano, sit down. Go back to the bench. Gossman still dealing. In the 7th, here is Pedro Alvarez. Still can't get anything to go. Poor fella just cannot get a hit to save his life. And he is out at first. Broke his bat, too, if you didn't hear that one. Oh, my Lord. So, again, 8-0. And you see right here, it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, but throw to first, he's safe. And yeah, I tried to challenge it, but it didn't work out. But Dozier, see you later. No, he's not getting anything today. There's one down, I think. So one down, and here is another strikeout. Joe Mauer just not having a good day. Just not having a good day. But later on, it's Floof at the plate here with 2 away. Takes this one deep left, and that one is going to go over the wall. Hyung-Soo Kim tried to get that one, and it's now 8-2 as Gossman just gave up his first runs of the game. They're actually unearned runs. So they are not earned if you guys are going to look at the scoreline later on, because obviously he's going to win player of the game. But they did not count as earned runs, which is actually good for his ERA. But hey, whatever, it needs to be done, right? But he does give up another hit right there, as that one just does a nice little roller down the line. It's a pain in the butt to play. You see right here, Hardy onto Scope and ends the threat right there. But later on in the inning, very first pitch of the bottom half, it's Jonathan Scope going yard, and that's a no-doubt shot. Just gone. 9-2 Orioles, man. That's just salt in the wound right there. I mean, granted, it was a fat pitch against a lefty. Jonathan Scope will probably hit, if it's a fat pitch like that, of course he's going to hit a home run like 99 times out of 100. But man, looking at that one, Scope hit that further than his last one, so he's obviously seeing the ball well today. And Chris Davis, he has been, but not so much here. He strikes out for the second time today. Granted, he does have 2 hits. But we threw on Dylan Bundy on the mound, and this one's taken to deep center, but Adam Jones is right there at the wall, and that ends the game. The Orioles win opening day 2016. Final score, Baltimore Orioles 9, Minnesota Twins 2. As Gossman just had a great day on the mound. Scope had a good day at the plate. Just overall, great team effort today. Granted, there's going to be a lot of harder teams down the road. Teams like Boston, teams like New York, teams like Toronto, teams like Los Angeles, teams like Houston, teams like Kansas City that are probably going to take a crap on us. But we're going to do our best to try and come out with some wins. What do you guys think? How many games do you think this team will win this year? Leave it down in the comments section below. And if you guys are new to this channel at all, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, it's very important that you hit that subscribe button, because you'll be updated as soon as another Orioles franchise is up, or any of my other series that I do on my channel, because, man, I do a lot of other series, and they're all great, and you should probably check them out. But anyway, you see player of the game, Kevin Gossman, he definitely deserved it today. You see both runs he gave up were unearned runs. 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts. Just nuts. He went nuts today. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And you guys obviously watched the video all the way through. You guys are awesome. And there's going to be a stat line at the end of the game. After every game that you guys see, there will be a stat line showing, who did what. And until next time, my name is Sin with Vengeance, and I'm out.